So basically, at the time in the Smosh, I wanted to create a YouTube channel, and oh, I remember I was big into fucking like Key of Awesome and Bart Baker, shit like that. And so my friends like I was telling my friend like, oh, we should start a YouTube channel, right? And we should do like, what if we did like a YouTube channel where we take parodies, we do parodies, but like parodies about video games. And I swear to God, like at the time, like I had no idea that like channels like that I'm sure existed, or if not existed, they would soon. Um, I'm gonna go get a car. So I was like, yeah, let's do that. And so originally, when I first created the channel, I was like, well, what should we call it? I was like, well, I'm trying to remember oh God, I'm trying to remember. I think we just looked at like random objects and fucking like called it like uh, something like, okay, fuck off.
Don't let me die.
Something along the lines of like lollipop something, like like something lollipop or something like that. But like it was just this like just stupid ass name. And I don't remember why we didn't stick with it, but like afterwards, like I literally Googled like how to fucking like get popular on fucking YouTube. Like I literally Googled that shit, and like looking at it and like seeing that like, oh well, we recommend that you like have like your channel has like an easy to remember name, and your channel should have an easy to remember name, and stuff like that. Be consistent, like da da da, like the super generic shit. Like I'm pretty sure it's like WikiHow or whatever the equivalent to WikiHow at the time would have been. And so we I ended up changing the name afterwards because we ended up using his email, and then like afterwards I'm like, well, we could try this other thing. And I remember we still wanted to do the parody idea, right? Where we do parodies of songs, but like that are referencing games. And so I was like, well, what about an acronym? Right? Like just something simple that's short. Like it'll be an acronym. It's a short, but it'll still say a word. Whether that word is real or not doesn't matter. So the acronym that we came up with was parodies of famous songs and games, or Pofsag. So parodies of famous songs and games. I created my first channel, and I'm trying to remember. I think that channel might have been called like just Pofsag, same like my YouTube channel now, but it was a different channel, and that's important. So it's a different channel. I created it, Pofsag. No videos, or no, that's not true. I got my first capture card in soon thereafter. After I got my first job, and so that was later in 2011. After a little bit further into freshman year, after I got my job, and I have to switch headsets now. Give me 1 second. But I basically, my first ever capture card was the Hodgepodge, like the Hodgepodge. Like it's like a box, and I can show it sometime, but like it's a shitty ass box that recorded like not even 720p, super shitty. And like I don't even think like I fucking like I don't even think I fucking like recorded on it, to be honest. I like was always, I think I may have recorded like 1 or 2 games of Call of Duty, but I didn't like have commentary or any shit. Actually, that's not true, because then I did buy, after I bought the Hodgepodge, I bought a mic, my first mic, which was, and I'm stopping now because I don't want the cutscene to start. My first mic was the Blue Yeti, and I'm thinking that I might be off on a couple things for this timeline, but so far I feel like I'm like right. But yeah, so I recorded that, The first thing I ever recorded probably would have been Call of Duty or Battlefield. Never ended up making parodies like I wanted, like we were going to. And actually, like the channel, like literally just became mine, just because I stopped hanging out with the kid as much, and we just like sort of drifted apart. But so yeah, I sort of took over like the name of the channel and everything, um, and then basically that was I made like maybe one or two videos, and then that was it. Like I never ever picked up or touched that channel again. Fast forward to I don't know why or what happened like in between, but 2015 I remember. Would it have been 2015? No, because God, what was my job at the time? I think I was no, I was a junior. I was a junior. That's when I got back into making YouTube videos, and so my junior year, I learned about something called Elgato, which is a capture card that is really good, and it basically, okay, we're gonna trigger a cutscene, but the Elgato is a capture card that's really good. I still use a version today.
See anything you fancy? I like the red ones myself.
Cool, man.
The purples will give
You know
a
you're the
lift
first
on
dude
the
on this
gray.
island not to kill me.
Everything
Anyway.
is excellent, really. Oh, not the yellows.
So,
They are liable
in
to
2015 when I got the Elgato,
mix is
I'm
not
thinking
like
that's when I actually got the Blue Yeti, because I wanted to start making videos, actual YouTube videos. However, I did create a new channel at the time.
Jason. Dennis said you'd be able to help me, that you found one of my friends.
one of your friends. Huh. I am distilling a batch later today.
What?
Oh, you mean the girl, Daisy?
Oh, it was Daisy.
I assumed you to be speaking in code.
Where is she?
Well, she's in my house. Here.
Yo, cool. Anyway, God, what was I saying? So anyway, in 2015, I got the Elgato, got the mic, started recording videos again, and this time I wanted a new channel, and I created this logo, and I'm pretty sure MS Paint. I thought it was super cool. It was like green and black, and because at the time, alright, another thing, at the time I was big into like Call of Duty gaming, and so this is where you'll notice that like, depending on what I'm watching is what I like get really into, and like I'm like, I want to do that. So I was big into Call of Duty, and I had just learned about optic, and so like that's what like my logo was sort of inspired off of, except for not really, and it looked like shit. It was created in MS Paint, but the logo was green and black, and my name was alright. So I named this is 100% legit. I named my channel Hybrid Gaming with an I, so HIBRID Gaming. And the reason, I shit you not, the reason I named my channel that is because I'm half black, half white, and so I'm like, hybrid's a pretty cool name. Yeah, Hybrid Gaming, I'm gonna go with that. And so like I literally created that channel and made 10 or 12 videos on it. One of them was, so one of the videos was a,
She's burning up.
actually
Yes,
maybe one of the
of course.
first videos was fucking,
When I found her, she had cut her arm, which in itself would be no cause for alarm. But she had cut through a field of anti-aris toxicaria. Upas trees. Highly poisonous latex. I have been administering an antidote.
basically,
I'm
Hybrid
afraid
Gaming.
there's another dosage
The first
may be
video I uploaded
required.
was like actually a class project. It was me and my friend
I did
Zach.
just
We did a
examine
video
box.
called "So You
It's
Think You Can
empty.
Spartan."
Where should I
It's
go
for
from
his.
here?
It was for a history class. After that, I decided to make videos, and I created 12 videos. One
Ooze the cliffs.
was
Thank you, Doctor. I'm sorry
like
for
most
the
of them were
rush.
Call of Duty, but first
Nothing
was
Girl must live.
let's see, what would the first one have been? After I got my okay, it would have been my first video would have been a God, what was the name? Alright, so okay, it was a game of gun game between me, my brother, and my cousin. And I talked about like, oh, like I won, like I'm the cool. And at the time, my brother and cousin were like, like it was like at the time, let's see, it was 3 years ago. So, and my cousin, like I don't know, it was to me, I acting like I'm like really cool, even though like I fucking suck. But the second one, I remember somewhere along the way, I kept making Call of Duty videos, but somewhere along the way, I made a Just Cause 2 computer video. Like I tried playing Portal on my channel, but my computer ran like shit at the time. And then
These cliffs aren't west. Great. You didn't mention the cave was underwater.
so I made a gaming setup video because I remember watching a gaming set. I remember specifically watching a gaming setup video, and seeing like that it was like the guy's first video, and his channel like blew up off of it. And like so like at the time I had no fucking idea like how much work goes into like fucking goes into fucking like YouTube or fucking Twitch. Like I was like, you know, oh well, it's something where you fucking blow up right away and it's awesome and everyone loves you, and like no one, like nothing bad happens. Fuck, dude. But like I'm like thinking like, oh yeah, it's something where nothing bad happens, and like you just like it like blows up right away and everything's awesome, nothing's bad, right? And so I remember like creating like
This crazy doctor better know what he's doing.
my last video. So I made a video, I remember, where I like got destroyed in a game of Call of Duty, and I uploaded called and this was like before I knew what clickbait was. I like understood the idea of clickbait. Like my channel, I named a video like worst game ever, like with exclamation points and everything. Like I understood the idea of it, and yeah, so I called it worst game ever, and then the next one was a video that was super cringy, and I fucking hate that I ever even made this video. It was called The YouTube Disease, and it's basically like, I think it was like 10-15 minutes long video of me bitching about my channel not blowing up. Like I remember one of the key points, I remember at the time just thinking like, oh, that's fucking genius, people are gonna love this. Like it's literally a 10-minute video of me going, well, YouTube has a problem where the more popular channels get featured more and they blow up more, they get more attention, which means they get followers, which makes it harder for smaller channels to blow up. Guys, I had 10 videos on my channel. I had like, there are people on YouTube, like I've literally seen a guy's channel on YouTube who had 4,000 videos, and like at the time, like when I think he was uploading, I think he maybe had 1,000 subscribers, and then people like found his channel afterwards and so started subscribing to him. So I'm like, and at the time I didn't know this, but like I'm like thinking like, I'm just like complaining about how unfair it is and everything. And so that's why I went back like recently and deleted that channel. Alright, so then after 2015, that was like, I stopped after that because I was like so pissed or whatever that my channel wasn't blowing up, even though I'd only uploaded like 10 videos. And I moved on, and then in 2016, it would have been, no, it would have been my 19th birthday, my 19th birthday. Before that, like January 5th, I started a new YouTube channel. And at the time, I didn't have a capture card. I lost my old one, and even if I found it, it wouldn't have worked. It was shit. Compared to like, because it was meant to record PS3, not PS4. It wasn't the card's fault. So I started a new channel, named it Pofsag again, and I started live streaming to my YouTube. And the first game I ever live streamed was Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, and I remember the first day I live streamed it. Or no, that's not true. It was WWE 2K16.
Mushrooms.
I live streamed my career mode, and it was super boring, probably. And I remember thinking, like, at one point I got like super self-conscious after like two or three streams, and I'm like, maybe people don't like my voice, so I like live streamed once without my voice. I'm like, tell me which one you guys prefer, which was a bad idea because I ended up forgetting I was live streaming and like left it on the pause menu for a long time, and then I was like, oh shit. So fast forward, second game I live streamed was the Metal Gear Solid, and that's really where my channel started. Like, I noticed like live streaming, especially on PS4 Share, is really good for building traction. Plus, I realized that live streaming, I'm sort of like good. I'm not saying like I'm a likable person, like, because I'm sure that's why like my channel doesn't, like, I've seen other people's like channels like blow up a lot faster than mine. I'm my humor's not really meant for everyone. It's a very specific type. I know I connect like very like immature or like childish, and then like I also tell very crude and crass jokes. So it's sort of like I sort of like end up offending like everyone. Not offending, I can't think of like the word, like turning off everyone, like fucking like that. Like, see, like I'll make like jokes that like kids will find funny, but then like I also like cuss up a storm. So it's also like, so it's, I'm sort of like there's like a very rare market for people who would be interested in, and I'm assuming, of course, I know nothing about why, like I don't look at myself as like from the outside. I only see from my perspective, so I don't know. But that's not the point. The point is, I noticed that like I really like live streaming, and it wasn't hard for me to sit down and live stream. And then like the last stream I ever did, Metal Gear Solid, was an 11-hour stream. And that's when I beat the game. I was like, this is awesome. But then
a couple of high notes since you were gone. Oh yes, and the girl is now awake. Terrible fever, however.
And like, by the way, it's important I mentioned my Metal Gear Solid live streams like got like a couple hundred views, and at the time like I'd never even fathomed that was possible.
I have the
No, granted, it's people like tuning in and tuning out, like boop, click on, click out. Like I have like that happen on Twitch all the time. Like Twitch just doesn't count it for some reason.
Go check on her.
But I basically got a capture card for my birthday before I beat Metal Gear Solid, and then after I beat Metal Gear Solid, I'm like, okay, I sort of want to just like relax into uploading just normal content. I did that for about 3 years, trying as hard as possible to be consistent, but like for some reason it's easier for me. Like, I think it's because I don't like editing. I think editing and creating thumbnails just really sucks. Like, it does. Like, it's not something that's fun. It's the worst.
How you feeling?
I'll be back in just 1 second. Let's watch this.
That's how I'm feeling.
The doctor's a real trip.
Oh, he's harmless. Oh, he's kind of sweet, actually. He carried me here. Escaped from the convoy. At some point, I passed out. Then he just saved me.
I'm glad you made it. It's been really rough.
Excuse me.
Jason, what's wrong?
Grant, he,
Oh, is that his girlfriend?
No.
I'm so sorry.
So that's it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, wait, what do you mean by that?
What's this?
Are you gonna be okay?
Shit,
I've
why
gotta
do I
talk
feel
to
like
the
I was
doctor
supposed to
about the
do
others.
more? Like, because she acts like she notices the tattoo right
Sure.
away. And then she, like, went across the entire arm. Alright,
Jason,
please.
whoever did this, whoever killed Grant, deserves to die.
Alright, So,
My only.
shit, dude, don't talk to him. I need to tell my story, goddammit.
I want to thank you for saving her.
Think nothing of it.
3 of my friends and my little brother are missing. When I find them, can I bring them here?
Absolutely not. I cannot afford to have Vass's captives here. His men buy product from me todo el tiempo.
Then this is the safest place. He won't think to look for them here.
Please, Doctor. Let him bring the rest here. They'll die otherwise.
Agnes. How can I refuse you? Of course they can stay. Oh, I'm going to need a double dosage to calm my nerves.
I'll be fine.
Alright,
Wait here, alright? I'm gonna find the others.
so for like 3 years, I tried being as consistent as possible, uploading videos.
Yeah, she's
And
fine. Thank you,
I,
Dennis.
at the time, like, alright, so like, if I could go back in time and
Where
stop
are the
myself
others?
from ever doing this, I
Is there a
would.
way I can search
Because
for them?
nothing, like, this
Anything to help
sucks,
me
okay?
find
Like,
them?
listen. No good comes from this, like, at all. Like, it doesn't help your channel, no matter how much you think it does. But,
What's the Medusa?
I basically, alright, basically, I would go around and, like, do the sub for sub thing, which, sucks. I mean, it takes a lot of time, and then, yeah, you get subscribers, but all of them are dead, and none of them watch your channel, unless you, like, even if you watch theirs, like, they all, like, that's, like, the culture on YouTube is sub for sub. Like, help me, all of you. By the way, if you watch my channel, I'll give you a shout out, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, you won't. But, and, like, that's how channels get big now. Like, it's giveaways and shout outs. Well, I mean, or they fucking, like, put their nose to the grindstone. But, like I said, I have, like, 500 videos on my YouTube channel. And, like I said, that was over 3 years of uploading. So, obviously, it wasn't consistent. It wasn't every day. I know I took breaks sometimes. I definitely remember taking, like, a month or 2 off every now and then. And then, I'm trying to think of what led... I knew I wanted... Alright, so I remember hearing about Twitch back in when I was into like 2012ish, 2013, when I had gotten into channels like Scene Anners and Gassing Mexican and all them, and so I went to their Twitches and I was like, oh, Twitch is a cool website for people to be live. That's not YouTube. That's awesome. Yeah. And then, like, I went there, but I never thought anything of Twitch, like, at all. And then in oh god, let's see. Well, I know it was February of this year, but I'm trying to remember what the last thing I did before that was, or what led up to. Or let me see something, because I bet I can. Depending on how far back this goes. But I remember thinking that, like, I remember, like very specifically, like, stopping YouTube and being like, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, so, like, then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go, like, I definitely don't want to do YouTube, but, like, I definitely, like, at the time working at an Arby's, and getting burnt out, like, uploading YouTube and, like, not having time to edit videos. Like, it'd be so awesome if I could just be live. And then I remember being like, well, I can press this share button, but it won't have face cam, and I don't like that. And then I think I recorded with OBS at the time, so luckily I had all that, like, set up and everything. Okay, stop. Okay, I went too far back. All right, so let's see. So October 18th. I'm going through like our Discord because we have like a group Discord, and it's the one that's linkable and that's linked in the description. Okay, I remember in December I uploaded. All right, cause okay, so in 2017 I was going to college, and so I wasn't at home. I was going to college at and living on campus at Iowa Western, and basically I mean it was fun, it was cool. Like I realized college isn't for me. I'm not the college type, and so I'm like, well, I'm gonna like honestly, I can't like being honest, I can't fucking like do college, like, and so I'll look for like the best job I can get. Other than that, I'm gonna need some other form of money, and YouTube fucking like YouTube isn't fun. Like it fucking sucks. But I had fun back when I was able to like live stream and shit. And so I knew I wanted to start live streaming again. I'm trying to fucking let's see. Okay, and at the time, like I record it sometimes, but most of the time it was just me, my friend Derek, and oh shit, I remember now. So it was me, my friend Derek, and fucking my friend Jeremy, and my brother Kelson. And we would fucking just chill and play games together like all the time. And I mean, we still do sometimes, not as often as I would like, but we would chill and play games. And so like my last video actually uploaded to my YouTube channel, I'll be able to tell you, was not like that wasn't like from a stream. Like, alright, so my last video was actually a before I started live streaming, was a Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes with my friend Derek. And at the time, like, I had a series called Monday Vlog, where I would do vlogs sometimes, try to be as consistent as possible, like I said. But yeah, it didn't pan out. Alright, so it was 7 months ago, so that would have been like in December. I live streamed me playing WWE 2K18. So sort of in like a funny sense of like in a sense of like ironicness. Actually, no, that wouldn't have been my first stream. My first stream would have been, hold on. My first stream. All right, it was November. Yeah, so in November I live streamed, and I had one monitor and it fucking sucked. Or maybe I didn't. Yeah, but I know it was in November sometime. I live streamed. It was my first live stream, and I live streamed us playing fucking stick fight, and it was fun. I think I had like 5 followers. Anyway, then in December I live streamed the WWE 2K18 online stuff, which was cool. Shit. Is this possible? Okay, no. So I live streamed WWE 2K18, and then I sort of stopped. And then like for Christmas I received oh, really? So actually, so January 26th, I would have received, for Christmas, I would have received, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, or Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters, and, that game was the first game I sort of did a Let's Play of live streaming, and that was actually not the first game I live streamed like when I came back. The first game I live streamed when I came back was Fire Pro Wrestling. I did it for like 10 minutes, got bored, and was like, fuck it, we're playing this. And so I live streamed that. I never actually beat that game, like, which is funny considering it's the first one. Like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna live stream video games now, yay. But yeah, so I never actually beat it. but like looking back, I had a lot of fun. And then the thing that has been the most consistent like streaming game that I've ever done, which is Dead by Daylight, happened. And at the time, I'm working at Arby's, so like my routine literally became, okay, go to work. Holy fucking shit. Like I would go to work, come home, and like at the time, so like I worked at fucking like Arby's, and like the shit was fucking it. Like we were severely understaffed, so like I would work like 11 to 2 if I was lucky, get off, or 11 to 2:30, get off, go back at like 5 or 5:30 and work again. I know they were not like, oh goats, fuck yeah. No, it's not. Oh, fuck you. Please still be lootable. Alright. So. Yeah, like I said, like it sucked. Like it really did. And the worst part was probably just working at a fast food restaurant. It sucks. It really does. Like yeah, there's nothing I hate more than doing that. But fucking, I basically would come home and then like live stream, like start live streaming Dead by Daylight. Which, okay, I remember now. I actually didn't, when I started that, because at the time I had live streamed, basically I had live streamed Dragon Ball Fighters. And then I was like, okay, I did that. Now I'm gonna keep doing that, but then I'm trying to remember why we did it. But my uncle, my brother maybe, and then my aunt, we went to the mall, and I can't remember why we did it, but I know we did, and we went to the GameStop, and I got a PS4 cam. I still have it; it's right there. And so I started, because I remember like live streaming on the PlayStation, and like that's where exposure. I would get exposure because my channel would be out there, and people could just easily find it, and it was awesome. And oh, that's not what you want. But people could find it, and so I started live streaming that. I live streamed one episode. So like games, you can live stream certain games can be live streamed off PlayStation just with the share button. Some games cannot. Dragon Ball Fighters cannot. Any game with a story mode cannot, because for some reason PlayStation gave them the option to block out cutscenes, which means any game with cutscenes is a no-go. Like just in case, like don't do it. So I was like, okay, I'll just live stream Dead by Daylight, because that's not a story game, and yeah, so that's why I actually stopped playing Dragon Ball Fighters, because at the time I'm like, I really want to use this thing. And so with the help of friends, like following me, and then also like just playing on my own, like I gained and went to 13 followers. I remember, and thinking like, oh wow, that's fucking awesome, dude. This is like the most, like, this is fucking awesome. And then like I just kept live streaming, and like, and then I'm like, oh shit, you know what? I played Psychonauts, and I played Psycho. Like it's not on my it's not like I forgot to upload like the live streams from it, but I played Psychonauts, I played Rise of the Tomb Raider. I did upload those live streams. I played those on my YouTube channel, but never beat them. I should live stream them, and that's what I did. And then I like live streamed playing A Way Out with Derek when that came out, and sort of like I just kept playing games when they would come out, or any games I could get my hands on. Like recently, I've live streamed Until Dawn, Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human. I still have to beat fucking Borderlands, Tales from the Borderlands. We were live streaming Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel. And then this game as well, which I just started live streaming and have been basically not playing for like however long, just like fucking here talking, telling you guys like a story that I'm sure none of you fucking care about. And then, so let me see here. Sorry. So yeah, that's pretty much